This video deals with showing you how to back the tax out of a receipt. This is a common occurrence. Here's a scenario. You have a receipt which tells you how much someone paid for an item. You have the complete cost and you also know the tax rate, except that you really don't know. You're trying to find out what was the original cost of the item. And so let's take a look at a technique on how to find out the original cost of the item. So here's an example. We've got a receipt from a lawn service company. It shows a cost including tax of $255.60. We also know that the local sales tax rate is 8.0625%. And the question is, what is the original price? What was the original price of the item before the tax? So that's what we're trying to find out. All right, this is how we're going to do this. We're going to start off by saying, okay, the item has a particular cost, and that's 100% of the cost of the item. That's certainly something we're paying for. And we're going to add to that 8.0625% of the cost of the item. That's the sales tax. Okay? When I add these two together, I get the amount at the bottom of the receipt, which is $255.60. We're going to use a little algebra, not very complicated at all. We'll choose a variable x and let it be the cost of the item. So therefore, the 100% of the cost of the item would be x right here. Would be 1x. 100% is 1. And then 8.0625%, I'm going to convert 8.0625% into a decimal, so I'll wind up with this right here. And when I say of the cost, I'm going to multiply it by x, which is the cost of the item. And that total is supposed to be $255.60 right here. These are like terms. I have a 1x plus 0.08625x, and when I combine them, I wind up with 1.08625x is equal to 255.60. If I want to find out what x is, I'm going to need to divide by 1.08625. So I take 255.60 and divide it by that, and I wind up with 235.30. So what this says, according to what I've done here, is that the original cost of the item before the tax was $235.30. And here's a check. This is the cost of the services, $235.30. And I took my calculator out and multiplied 8.625% times $235.30, which was $20.30. So I got a total of, when you add the two of these together, $255.60. So yes, it does check, and the technique does work quite well. The bottom line in all this is that there's a very easy shortcut that really applies the use of the variable, that equation that we had before. We don't have to apply algebra, we just have to apply a little bit of common sense in terms of what we actually did. So here's a shortcut. What we're going to do is we're going to take the total cost, that's the item, the price at the very bottom of the receipt, and what we're going to do is going to divide by 1 plus the sales tax rate written as a decimal. Okay? So if the sales tax rate is 6.5%, we're going to use 0.065, converting from a percent to a decimal. And then we're going to take that final amount at the bottom of the receipt, and we're going to divide it by 1.065. So no matter what that amount is at the end of the receipt, divide it by 1 plus the sales tax rate written as a decimal, and you will be able to find the original cost of the item before tax. This process is referred to backing the tax out of an item, so you can find out what the original price of the item is.